Oh, it is a fine day indeed. Hello everyone and welcome back to Tropico El Polo Picante, one of our, well, special restaurants, speciality restaurants that we have right here in Tropico at the beach right away with a beautiful view over the canal, ships going in and out, transporting resources out of it, and as we can see, 123,000 credits with the latest export. Well, this is not enough, to be honest. We want more. We want to get richer than rich. And we continue with our quest of building up a big industry for now. As I can see, we do have some vacant jobs for uneducated people, that is in taverns, fast food joints and mines. We also have 9 unemployed people. That's primarily high school people, right? So these guys here, they don't want to work in a tavern, they don't want to work at the docks, they need something better, and boy, I'm going to give it to them. So what we need for these guys here is, over here in my industry zone, some new industry, and we do have that. My next one on the list would be the vehicle factory. So I already talked about cars, and cars are just amazing. Very profitable, processes steel and rubber. Now the cool thing is, rubber we already produce in 2 plantations now, and the only other thing would be steel. Now steel is however being processed already at my weapons factory. As we can see, there's lots of steel in here, but it's a lot of steel, so I think that we might actually overproduce it. There we can see it, my steel mill actually is completely stuffed with coal and iron, and there's also a lot of steel waiting here for transport. There's no upgrades that I can do, however I could either build another steel mill,
It is good to see you.
if I'm not producing enough steel, but my real thing here is I think we have too much steel anyway. So let's go ahead and build that vehicle factory. Pretty big building that is, so we can nicely squeeze it in here on the other side of the industrial zone. There you go, just across the plastic factory, the plastic plant that we have here. Very expensive building, but I think it's going to be profitable for us. A very profitable business indeed. I just need to check my power balance. We're at 350 megawatt at the moment. That's very good because the vehicle factory does require 50 megawatts. Now, it's not the only thing I would like to build right away. Another thing is that I've checked my planks and we have way too much planks now. Way too many planks, right? There's 4,000 waiting at this shipyard and 4,000 waiting in this shipyard. And boats are not the most profitable thing anymore in the business. Nope, it is a new product, and that is furniture. Processes planks to produce furniture. Does cost me some electronics again, some electricity, and it only requires some basic education. That's it. It's not also a very expensive one. So we can, yeah, well, we can just use this new one and squeeze it into some place that we have here. So there you go, a new furniture factory. I might actually consider 2 of that at some point. The same with the textile mills. Both of them are completely stuffed with wool and cotton, so I might actually consider building me another one, right? And to be honest, let's do it. That's going to be quite the next productions that we have, and with that, vehicles will be also processed. I'm looking forward to them, but it's going to take a while. By now, my specialty restaurant is booming in business. It is full, right? Almost full. It is full mostly. And what is looking at my arcade, it's also filling up nicely now, right? So it's of course just a start here that we have. This is of course getting bigger and bigger as we progress. Next up on my list is actually something that I've been withholding so far, but we need to start at some point, and that is moving my first plantation away, right? So we got a few plantations here at the moment working, all of them with different crops, and then we also have the pineapples with 150% efficiency right now, so actually not that bad, and yeah, also not that great anymore, so close to the city. So let's start moving this one. I will move it over here. We don't have pineapples here at the moment, and I can just safely get this one, yes, done somewhere here, right? We still have lots of green area with it, and it is having enough plantations in its vicinity, and thus will still profit from the multicultural bonus to 144% efficiency right now. Of course, those people will probably not be too happy losing their workplace now in the center of the city, but I think as far as I can see, we still have some space left here in those buildings. Actually, not that much. Let's build us another apartment, right? And we do have the garage here, so people should still get to their workplaces. Oh, by the way, let's also increase the workers coming in here again, right? But it should be fine, really. Now, let's go all the way here. We got lots of space now. Hooray! The first thing I would like to do is moving the Teamster office also a bit away, because let's face it, it has a better place at the factory district, right? Let's move it. There's also still a chapel. Yeah, let's move the chapel a bit further over. And we have that clinic here. The clinic could actually stay in this area, I guess, if I'm not completely mistaken. Let's just wait it out there, because I want to build something else here, but I think it makes more sense together with the fire station because it's a bit louder. We can build the... Wait a second. Let's build the clinic right away, or the hospital. Right, there it is. It's pretty important because when I checked it, we have a pretty low healthcare rating at the moment. It's only at 53, and I want to improve that somehow. So we do have the beautiful hospital, Tropico Hospital. And yes, we can still squeeze in the fire station next to that. That's something I would like to do. And clinic-wise, we can build 2 clinics right across the hospital. We could even build 3 clinics if I want to. So this is kind of like a doctor block that we have there. Instead of the clinics, though, that is actually pretty bad, right? We could just have a second hospital. So this is our hospital district. Why not? There's just those 2 hospitals here facing each other, and that should be golden. Meanwhile, hooray, there it is. The vehicle factory is now online. It's not working yet, so let's increase the budget. Car company we can keep. We can increase the job quality by introducing crash test dummies. And that's about it for now. Just waiting up for some people to come in. Rubber is in already, and steel would be the missing part here. Also, textile mill up and running. Let's increase the budget. Workshop expansion. I would like to employ more high school people here. Increase the efficiency by using 50 megawatt more power. Let's not do this for now. I don't want to waste too much power supply there all the time. The furniture factory does not have a road connection. Look at that. There is a bus stop right in front of it, blocking it. Let's move it. We can move it over there, and this should be fine. Now it has the road connection. Interesting stuff, really. And there's also now, of course, people working in that. Uneducated is fine. Planks in, furniture out. And we could also use some plastic here to... Nah, let's not do this. Plastic is a bit more valuable, I think. And there it is. Steel is also in now, and rubber, and we're producing the first cars. Quite a lot of them too. Let's just check it out. We do have 3 slots, and I would like to check if we have a car trader perhaps. But since we're starting now with the cars, I don't think so. I think it takes a bit of time, right? What we don't have yet is a weapon trade rod. And as we can see, there's 2 weapon trade rods available to us right away. Yeah, let's go. I'm actually tempted to just go both of them. We're producing so many weapons at this point. I could go with a high volume for the Western powers and a medium volume for the Eastern bloc. I think we should be fine with that, right? There's not really any time limitation on them. Nope. So we can just keep them running, as I intend to stay in the Cold War era for a little while longer. Alright, there's also going to be the first cars now being exported. We should see a nice jump in export rating. Build an asylum or a golf course. For the capitalists, we're usually very bad with the capitalists, so I might actually go with a golf course this time. Let's do this. 118,000, very good. Golf course wise, it's a luxury entertainment as far as I know, and there we have it. It does cost me quite a bit, but it should be fine. And of course, we should have it a bit further outside, with a nice view over the ocean, perhaps. Where should we have it? Yeah, let's have it over here right now at the beach area, right, where we don't have anything else for now. Now, all my houses are full. We have a lot of well-off or better people. So in that case, I would like to build a few more houses. I just love them from the looks. We do have the modern apartment. That would be a nice upgrade to that. But for now, let's go with the housing. And this is not possible, unfortunately. But I should be able, yep, to also use some here as well. So 2 more that we can squeeze in. And this can also be a nice park area here, by the way, to improve the rating of the surrounding. Very good. Both hospitals up and running. Let's also increase at the hospitalization wing right away. Increase the budget to get the maximum healthcare out. They do require some power, but we have enough power still left. That is fine too. And visitors required health is well off, right? So not everybody can visit a hospital. So the clinic is way better in this area. But I think there should be a work mode or an edict that gives them actually the option to have everyone allowing it. But I haven't found it yet. So I might have to check up on something before we continue there with more hospitals. So there's only well-off people right now allowed. That means I still need to have healthcare for normal people as well, right? So I could use this area here also to squeeze in some clinics, for example. And the golf course was finished with that, the mission as well. Now there's two more Meteor buildings I would like to have, or education buildings as well. The first one is a college for higher education, right? So this is a college education for citizens with a high school education. And we do have the high school already. So this building here, we definitely want to have. Let's just find us a suitable location for this. It's a pretty big building, so I might actually want to use it. Of course, somewhere in the center, because it's a beautiful building and it should also be visible. Let's move a few things around. The theater over here, just beside the hospital, and this should make it possible for us to squeeze it in here. Very good. So we could have it like that, to be honest. I think that's the safest bet. We'd also go like this and have a little park in front of it. Nah, that's not looking so great. Let's go with that. Yup, moving the parking garage away actually makes sense. So to me, it looks like this then. I think this is just very good because we can now have some beautiful park in front of it then. Another area we still have available is this one, and I think it's looking nicely for a TV station. So this one. And let's have it, yeah, at the crossing. I think this makes the most sense. And it is affecting the whole city of Tropico, right? The whole island, to be honest. And all of these buildings here, it's just acting like the newspaper, but in that case, a bit more efficient, of course. Behind that, we have a bit of space, so let's just add a smaller parking area, a park area close to that restaurant. And after a while, we do now finally also have a college in Tropico. Let's increase the budget for this building here right away. And of course, you're only allowed to enter if you have a white kid like this guy here. Now, definitely one problem we have is we have only one steel mill, but too much iron and too much coal. And I would like to change this by adding a second steel mill. Is this location the right one? It is causing a lot of pollution. We might also have it a bit further away from everything, right? So I'm going to move this steel mill now here to my lumber camps. And we should be able then to just easily squeeze in a second one to this area. There you go, with a little street in between. So this is kind of like our little industry, dirty industry zone for now, together with the power plants. Yeah, job-wise, we need to be careful. We got 47 vacant jobs now with all of that, right? So all the taverns and stuff like that. I might actually need to increase the budget for these as well. Otherwise, people are rather working in high-quality paying jobs, of course, than in a tavern. So let's increase the budget for the taverns. However, I hope this will not backfire on me. Raising the budget too high for too many buildings at once causes a lot of expenditure. Yeah, we are definitely too low on steel there. So the weapon factory already is missing steel. And with all these buildings, let's also have another Teamster office in my industry zone. Oh wow, this was also quickly built. And let's increase the budget and increase the shifts. And also go for loose load limit. I think it's also time once again to change my immigration policy to open doors. I want to get more people in again. We finished the third sabotage act against the Eastern Bloc. So this is our Western powers demand that will set the course for the next era. And also towering high and mighty, the TV station. There it is, in all its glory. It will cost me some power there again, that was to be expected. And it has a different, or quite a lot of work modes, to be honest. As we can see, almost the whole city is now affected by this. And let's just check it out what we can do with that. The Telenova right now is the basic setting. We could also earn some money, quite a lot of it, way more than the newspaper. And channel 1 would give me the approval rating, right? It also decreases liberty though. Let's stick it to normal for now. I don't need to earn any more money. We're close to the million here, nor do I earn more or need more support rating there. 18 more people came in with the latest freighter. Holy cow, that's a lot. And vacant homes, we still have 66 available for poor and well-off enough. And vacant jobs, we have a lot for the uneducated still. So, uneducated people, come in, come in.
Presidente.
Very good. We also finished the sabotage. And we could now go diplomatic state with the Western powers to alliance. Let's do this. I think this is... Nope, it doesn't affect my relationship with the Eastern Bloc. Because I need it, let's also ask for financial aid from both of them once more. Together with the freighter pushes us to 970,000 that we have on the balance right now. I think this is still not enough. We might need to check on some trade routes there again. Cotton, cigar, weapons. Yeah, both of them are being exported. Very good. I don't see anything for cloth, right? And furniture would also be a nice one that we can have. Canned goods is also something. Let's go ahead with a high volume on this. There it is, cars. Hooray, finally. This is really powerful. 6,000 volume and 9,000 volume. Let's sign both of them. Because, of course, this is a very good price. And I definitely want to take this with it. With that, we have all the trade routes. The maximum the game allows. There would be some furniture here now, too. And I think cigars are still being... not really... Not a lot of them. Cotton! Let's cancel this one. There was a cotton trade route still. Must have been from the previous era. And with that, we can definitely go in with the furniture. And we're producing a lot of them now. One thing that is actually going up here in value is in my expenses is crime. So we are paying $3,000 for crime damages already. I think it is time to to build me a police station. When I can check it though, crime safety is at 48. It's not that bad considering we don't have a police station yet. But of course, now we're going to have one. A police station, we haven't even purchased the blueprint for that yet. And policemen are patrolling the streets of Tropico. And as we can see, crime safety is really good across the board actually. But having still one would be, of course, a wise choice. Let's go ahead. And yeah, let's have it here in the center for now. Albeit we're going to remodel that at some point. And I would like to have a second one, to be honest, over here as well. Can't hurt to have two of them. Also creates jobs, of course. Some crossings are really busy these days. Chocolate has been exported. And by the way, we got a million. Millionaire we are, El Presidente. How's he feeling about this, by the way? He's sleeping, as always. Meanwhile, the second steel mill is up and running, has lots of coal and iron in, just the workers are missing. But they're coming in now, by the looks of it, with a car, of course, because everyone in Tropico can afford a car. So far, it hasn't led to the biggest traffic jams yet that one might expect. Once again, election time, we need to prepare a speech. Now, housing happiness has tanked a bit. The rest is looking rather fine. Crime safety happiness. Let's actually acknowledge this as we're building, or we're improving this already. I'm blaming no one, and we're promising crime safety happiness increase. Even though it could be a vague parameter, right? We'll just see how we can do this. Not the best weather for a speech. One more thing I would like to do as well is the Trade Institute provides a forecast on market trends and allows to manually provoke the market. That is really good, but it also passively decreases the impact on trade prices caused by export. So if we export a huge volume of some goods, usually prices go down a bit, and with that we can counter that further, and thus also increase then of course our income, that is. Let's have the Trade Institute right now here in the center. There's a thunderstorm happening right now.
I assure you,
that is the most important thing. The palace is in no danger, and the same cannot be said of all the other buildings, I'm afraid. We did not install lightning rods, and the cut price insurance policy does not cover disasters. On the plus side, some unhinged researchers are keen to conduct lightning studies. Safety first, purchase lightning rods, and yeah. Actually cost me 20,000. Whew, didn't tell me that. A lot of flickering going on right now. And there it is as well, our trade institute, and this fella here is, well, now trading or predicting that cocoa is going down. Also aluminium and boats will go down soon. We can have provoke a bull rush, so set a positive price trend on some goods. Will cost me 2,500 knowledge, that's quite a lot. We can also have the normal work mode here right now, calm the markets, so the building operates on basic settings, reduces the monthly trade impact on exporting goods by 10% per worker, which is quite a lot, and we can increase the budget to increase that efficiency further. And that's for workers, a 40% reduction on top of everything. So this should lead to an overall more steady income. Now, my trade routes, we're still going with the weapons here, the furniture, cars, so my most important goods are being, well, exported right now. And I think, well, boats is out, right? Yeah, boats was out, and there we have it with some 35%, and we do produce a lot of boats, so I'm going with the highest volume there right away. Jewelry we don't have yet because I don't have gold really, and that's it. Election is coming closer. We have a very good approval rating. I don't need to worry about this, so I'm not going to rig it. And by the way, also at my beautiful Ministry of Magic, I wanted to say, and over here there's someone missing magically, and that's yeah, well, the Department of Interior is vacant right now, so we need to find something new. And I think I'm going to like the job quality for all buildings by 2 sounds the best to me. Rebels and criminals have a 10% chance to lose their role, nah, and decreases pollution, nah, we also don't need that. We don't have that much pollution, and we have it combined in a very remote area, right? So no problem. And we can also see this in the pollution overlay. And as we can see, over here we do have some pollution that is noise pollution primarily. Over here we do have some noise pollution too in my docks area. And we do have some noise pollution and dirt pollution right over here in my furnaces. But other than that, as we can see, we do have some good ratings across the city. So by now also everything here is working fine. We have enough steel finally in to have a weapon factory and vehicle factory working now permanently. That is what I wanted to achieve. Planks is down now a bit, so I think, yeah, the addition of that is not so great. We have enough logs. I think the people have a bit of a trouble getting here. That might be one of the main reasons. Where's that flop house where she lives? Oh, down here. Yeah, well, that's far away. Still, doesn't need to be that way. So I could either go ahead now and... we could build the first tenement, to be honest. It has a lot of space. And it is just perfect, really, closer to an industry zone. Right, so we could have one here, for example. And also one here close to my industry zone. Another thing... Oh, and we won the election, unsurprisingly. And we don't need to do anything with our constitution there. Another thing I would like to do now as well is, since we have electricity, revolutionizing the transport. And that we can do right away with the metro station. So down here we have it. There you go. And this leads to 20 electricity consumption per station. However, we can transport people very quickly from one spot to another. And I would like to do this right away. So in the city center, somewhere here, closer to college, we do have a beautiful spot here, right? That affects the whole inner city right away. And then we can have one here by my industry zone, basically. Definitely one over here by the circus and education. And then also one here by the residential blocks that we have. And probably also one here by Stonehenge, because Stonehenge is going to be a tourist attraction for us. And I definitely want to have people getting here quickly. So let's have a metro station here outside. Think about that. You can go from the city center all the way out there to my Stonehenge far away. And of course my amusement district also needs a metro station that we can then have right here. This is going to take a while to construct now, and this will lead to, yeah, people getting around the city very quickly. So it will cost me a lot of electricity primarily. We have a balance right now of 120. We're not doing anything here, right? No, we can't do anything further, so I might actually need to build another one soon. So far so good. I'm waiting for that now to finish, and we continue onwards in the next episode. Stay tuned.